Yeah, no, obviously extremely disappointed sitting here. Haven't been in this position too often of late. But I think perspective is always important, and we've been outplayed for the four and a bit days. I think right from the first session, Pakistan have been ahead of the game and played very well ahead of the game. And even though we showed character to fight, from a skill perspective, I think Pakistan were better than us over the period of time, and we have to be honest about that. Yeah, look, I think the first innings was where it sort of started putting us under pressure. I think the morning session was tough, and Irfan certainly bowled really well. We knew, the stats tell you that the morning session you can lose a few wickets here. But we still fought to get into a good position. I think we were 190 or 200 for 4, if I'm right. And then we had a collapse, which was disappointing. And I think if we had pushed on, certainly over 300, 350, we gave ourselves a real chance. And then right from being bowled up from that perspective, you really need to play some outstanding cricket to get yourself in the game. And we didn't start as well with the new ball, and they got a really good partnership, and then life was tough for us. Not at all. I know that's an easy thing to ask and an easy thing to write, but with the preparation time that we've had, I think we've maximised that. It's always very difficult to replicate test matches when you haven't played them in 6 months. That's a fair assessment, but since the Champions League, since we've got together, the guys have worked extremely hard. And we always knew this was a tough tour for us after a long layoff. Unfortunately, we haven't played well. We 1-0 down in the series, and we've got to find a way to get ourselves back in the series now. Well, I think it should hurt. I think the team has too much ability, to make this a habit. Teams can play well, you do lose, that's natural in sport, but I think the standards that we set ourselves and the ability that we have, we should have the ability to bounce back, so this should be disappointing for us. But I think now in this period of time you need to deal with those things, and you need to have good cricket discussions, you need to have good thoughts in terms of your planning and how you can be better going into the next test match. From a tactical perspective, from a skills perspective, we need to make sure that we're not emotional, make sure that we're clever about how we do things. Yeah, it's a bit bittersweet. It made you realise that if maybe we had over 100 runs, 150, 200 runs, that we might have had a real opportunity to win this test match. But the positive is that I think we were better with the new ball today than we were the other day. So that's already a big step in the right direction. So yeah, obviously it's after the strong opening partnership they got in their first innings, it was nice to get things right. Telford, to be honest with you, I don't think there's too much time to change the other way. Champions League ran almost right tight to this tour. Maybe you could have played 2 two-day games, I don't know, but you need that preparation time to get to the ground that you're playing at, to see what the conditions are like, to train at the ground. So I don't see how we could have done it any differently. I think the strength of this team has been the ability to maximise their preparation, whatever that is. So when you win, do you say, well, our preparation was great, and when you lose, do you say our preparation was bad? I think, unfortunately, we've been outplayed, and we have to look at that side of things more than the other.